Hi there, my name's Chris Kilby. I'm a pastor in a pergola, and here is today's bite-sized Bible from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 3 to 5. And I want to talk to you today about living in a material world. Many of you will remember Madonna's hit 1985. I'm living in a material world and I am a material girl. And this is one of the things that Paul is starting to address in these verses today. So let's just have a listen, because he's talking about false teachers and how they were doing it for money. He says this: if anyone teaches false doctrines and does not agree to the sound instruction of our Lord Jesus Christ and to godly teaching, he's conceited and understands nothing. He has an unhealthy interest in controversies and quarrels about words that result in envy, strife, malicious talk, evil suspicions, and constant friction between men of corrupt mind who have been robbed of the truth and who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. Now, some of you will be getting familiar with Paul and his ways, having listened to some of these devotional times. And Paul often refutes false teaching. And so here we've got a group that he is wanting to speak about. Those who are, they've got their pet doctrines, they're malicious, and it's causing a problem in the church. They were leading people in the church astray. They were undermining the unity of the church, and their motivation was all wrong. They were doing it from greed, Paul says. So there were really three issues at stake in the church in Ephesus, and there are three things that we must all be cautious of. First one, truth. False teaching always leads to problems. So there was a truth problem. People weren't believing the truth. Secondly, there was a unity problem. These false teachers were teaching things that were controversial and dividing people, and they were splitting hairs and had pet doctrines rather than making the main thing the main thing. And so it was destroying the unity of the church, and we must always be cautious of our opinions. Are they divisive, or do they foster unity? And thirdly, their motivation. Their motivation was all wrong. They were motivated by money, by financial gain, Paul says. Now, we've read earlier in this letter that leaders should not be motivated by money. They should be motivated by love. So let's keep an eye on these three things in the life of the local church. Firstly, truth. Let's fight for truth. Let's refute false teaching. Let's not lead to problems. Secondly, unity. You may have differences of opinion with others, but if it leads to disunity and division, then it's not healthy and it's not helpful. The unity of the church is vital. And lastly, the motivation. We must not be motivated by money in anything we do. We must be motivated by love. My name's Chris Kilby. I'm a pastor in a pergola, and that was today's bite-sized Bible from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 3 to 5. I shall see you next time.